You know, when you want something doing and you haven't got the balls to do it yourself, that's where I am today. Well, thanks for joining us today. I weren't going to film this. I am absolutely made up with cold, but nevertheless. Hello, good morning, and thanks for joining us. Today we're at Armoured Engineering in Nottinghamshire, just outside Newark. We're down here for a couple of mods on eBay. The first being a swing out handrail, which you can see the brackets for just here. The idea of the handrail is we have an handrail for the camper, but it actually means me physically assembling it and put it into place. Now this only takes about 2 minutes to do, but you know, when you're stopping for one night or there's only just me, I get a little bit lazy and I certainly don't bother with the handrail. Now I guess the only time you're going to fall off the stairs, if you did, were when the handrail isn't there. So what I'm trying to do here is create an handrail what swings out from the side of the camper, so when the doors open, the handrail's in place, and then when the door closes, the handrail can swing back across the door and be locked. So it's actually a little bit of a security feature as well. So around the front here, I initially were wanting some bull bars, but it's a fine line in between really modernising the front end of the vehicle and trying to keep the traditional look of the Mercedes. So what we're going to do is try to incorporate a bull bar, a winch, but yet still use the rounded corners of the bumper, keeping the traditional look of the Mercedes. So we're still using the same old lights, the bumper end caps, but it's just going to be a new box in the centre there with a bull bar. So Simon's just on now with the winch box and just trying to get everything all lined up and in place and so on. So we cut down the front cross member yesterday, and that's been welded to put in the strength. That will also allow the winch to actually go probably about 75mm further back. But things are looking well now, and yeah, looks like we've got a delivery. So we've had a good old laugh and worked out that we're both not any good at maths, but nonetheless, we've made us a template for the bull bar, which Si's just actually transferred to the computer. So this is what we're looking at, and this would actually go slotted in here and sitting up there, and this was actually hold the circular bull bar in there. So yeah, we'll get to the machine now and get this cut out. So again, this is what we're after, so we'll see what we get when it all starts. That will do. Yeah, I think that looks good. So we're going to have a tube passing through the top, curving round, and then we'll come slightly further forward and meet here. This will be a straight little bit piece of bar just here, and then we'll probably bring these lights forward. I'm not 100% sure yet. Bring them forward onto the lower bar there. So it's coming together now. Yeah, a few more bends on here and we'll be just about there. Like I said, there's a flat part going on this part just here, which will give it the appearance of being much thicker. And then it's a case of obviously taking it all off, cleaning it all up, welding it, and yeah, and getting it all sprayed. So today was going to be one of those days where we do the big reveal and you get to see all the work what we've done. However, we have decided that we're going to spray the roof rack now. So it's another trip back down to Armoured to do the roof rack. There is a problem with winter, and that's the early dark nights. But as you can see, I've got the vehicle masked up. I've had a full-on three or 4 days down here at Armoured Engineering, just doing 1 or 2 little bits. Getting the bike on the bike rack was the most important thing, and to be honest with you, we've just nailed that today, so I'm really pleased with that. So I'll show you that in the roundup. But yeah, it's now turned 5 PM and we're just about ready to start spraying. So yeah, not ideal, but what can we do? Yeah, it's been a nice day today, thankfully. So, but we'll crack on. So yeah, we've got it all sprayed. Hopefully we haven't missed too much. I think there's some areas what we couldn't actually get to, so they're going to have to be maybe rolled or painted. But that's it. So just got to pack up the tools now, and we'll see what it's like in the morning. And I'll see you for the big reveal. Finally, after about 3.5 weeks of filming here, there and everywhere, we've got the truck to nearly how we want it. So I'm pleased to show you EB now with a new facelift, and what we're going to do is take around of it. There's 3 areas and then 1 little pièce de la résistance I want to show you, so stick till the end because that is cute. Right, okay, so we're going to start at the back. I'm going to show you the bike rack, and then we'll work his way forward to the winch and the bull bar on the front here. So around the bike rack here, we had a problem with the newer bike where the bike was actually strapped back towards this piece of timber, locked down, but in a sense forced back to this little bit of timber here. Now it was wearing away the timber. I wasn't quite happy with how we was fastening the bike to the bike rack. Like I say, it's a newer bike and it wouldn't fit like the old bike did. So we had to devise some sort of locking mechanism to actually hold the bike on there. First one we tried with a sump plate, trying to ratchet strap the bike down onto the sump just to hold it steady. That worked, it worked really well, but it just weren't secure enough. So we devised then, one of the guys next door working on motorbikes came forward with a couple of these swivel pins here. And what we decided to do were to attach a swivel pin on the motorbike, so that is actually just positioned behind my leg when I'm actually riding the bike. But this locking nut here actually slots nicely into the motorbike, and we can put a nut on the bottom of this and that holds the bike absolutely solid. So what we have to do is ratchet strap or fix down the wheels of the bike, locate this pin here, this framework, and the bike is solid. So it's not actually resting against this timber, it's just locked in place, and that has worked a treat. So coming around to the side then, we have our swing away handrail. So as you can see, this actually adds to a little bit of security where the handrail actually goes across the door. So even if we go out for the day and we leave the steps in place, we've got the handrail across there which we can lock and leave in place. So on a day when we come back, we can open up the lock, this will swing out, and just a little bit of a push down, the handrail is in place. And what more can I say? It's a swing out handrail and it works absolutely fantastic. It is on a standard house lock, a Euro lock, so if the lock ever gets damaged or needs replacing, it is very easy to do that. It's just a case of taking out a couple of bolts, changing the lock and putting a new cylinder in there. But that works absolutely fantastic, and like I said, with it swinging back across the door there, it's an added security feature. This was the old handrail and it worked perfectly fine, but like I mentioned in previous videos, I was getting a little bit lazy on actually putting the handrail on there. So the handrails were just on two legs like so, and these actually bolted into position on the string of the stairs, and you know, you had a handrail. But like I said, because it actually meant that I had to physically put two bolts in there, it was just me being lazy, so this works much better. So right, let's have a look at the front. Okay, probably about 80% of the work has been in this area just here. What have we done then? So we've put the reinforced bull bar, we've kept the lighting and certainly the outside of the bumpers. As you can see in this midsection, we've fitted a Winch Max 17,500 pound winch. So this winch is around about just shy of 9 ton pulling capacity. Synthetic rope. We have got the isolator switch here. So I hope it's one of those things that I hope that I never ever use this, but if we have got it, then you know, hopefully it will get us out of a tricky situation, or someone else. Right, the bull bar will fall to the floor. We've got a couple of stainless steel pins here with R-clips in there, so we can quite simply remove this. Just give it a little bit of a wiggle. And again, so this will actually fall to the floor. and this will allow us to get to the bonnet of the truck. So in here we've got the screen wash, we've got the dipstick and the oil filling part here. So I mean, we can get to this bonnet area, and also when the cab actually tilts forward, obviously we've got to allow room for the cab to tilt forward to about this 45 degrees angle. So there, as you can see, the lights have come in now, and they're not actually fouling, or the beam isn't fouling the bulb bar, so that looks really nice. It has been sprayed with an armour coat, and I think it gives it a nice rough solid finish. I'm really happy with that. The winch is, by the way, is a 24 volt winch, and that is run directly from the truck batteries. It comes with a wired and also remote control operating system as well, so be handy to see this in action at some point. So what else have we done? The lights, we fitted new the glass fronts of the lights. We fitted them many years ago to get it past its MOT, because with it being European, the lenses were the opposite way, so we had to fit them. Incidentally, the new glass unit is about £35 each. We had to replace, or we have replaced, the old reflector part behind, and as you can see from these reflectors, you can see the top part here has all gone brown, and the bottom part was even worse than that. So we fitted new reflectors in here, and that's made the beam a little bit brighter. Okay, I won't say absolutely fantastic, but it has made it a little bit brighter for driving at night. Obviously we've got the main lights up at the top there, but yeah, you know, well worth an upgrade. These, incidentally, from Mercedes were £75 each. Okay, so £150 for the pair. The roof rack has gone from stainless steel to black. As you know, we painted this at night, and thankfully we did a pretty good job at that. There may be a few parts on the underside which, when the nice weather comes or we get somewhere nice, I may just actually get underneath there with a paintbrush or a roller and just give it, you know, the once over. I'm quite sure it looks much better. I'm sure that you'll agree with that. We've also, as well, give shape to the wind mirror protectors. These were just virtually square bits of stainless steel, and me personally, I thought they looked a little bit like Dumbo's ears. So I'm really glad to see these with a little bit of shape. We've took these corners off here, a little bit of a niche there, and took the top corners off just to give them a little bit of shape, and again sprayed those black, and I think they look much better as well. In fact, I think the entirety of the truck being black and grey really worked well. So there you have it. Comments down below, please. Tell me what you think. Has it been worth a while? Certainly I wanted the bull bar. The winch were a little bit of an extra, and it just snowballed from there. So it went from, you know, a bull bar to a winch to respraying the roof rack. The handrail was planned, but again, you know, this is what we do, and I suppose having overland trucks, you never really complete a vehicle. You know, there's always something. It's a little bit like an house, there's always something to be done. Now, I talked about one final thing I want to show, and like I say, I've called it the pièce de la résistance, and check this out. So the final item, and I don't think any overland vehicle or camper van would be complete without this item. The flip-flop holder. Thanks for watching, guys. Comments down below, please. Like, subscribe and share. And until next time, thanks for watching, everybody.